Hello, it's Ben, and welcome to another edition of the Communicators. This is episode 3 in year 2, and it's March, and there is a lot to talk about. I'm doing this midday, March 18th, trying to get something out before March Madness consumes all of us. One day after Meteor Madness tried to consume all of us here in Northeast Ohio. Yes, we had a meteor fly over the sky. It's not a bird, it's not a plane. It was a meteor. And no, Superman did not emerge from it. Matter of fact, it didn't hit. But what the hell? A freaking meteor. So we'll get to that a little bit later. There are a couple of things that I want to get to before our big topic, but today's episode is the 7 things robbing us of our powers. Us, the communicators who are going to save the world, maybe sooner than we think because there's meteors hitting. But there are 7 things that are our kryptonite. And I swear this wasn't planned. So what a great lead-in that we have here, that we're talking about our kryptonite. But and I'm sure there's more than 7 of them, but the 7 that are jumping out to me, and we're going to talk about those. So we'll get to those in a second. We always start with the 3 things because I want to just have an opportunity or an excuse to get some things off my chest and share a few things that I think are worth us paying attention to. Good news. Today they're all positive. I'm not. I mean, there's plenty to bitch about, and I don't want to pretend like I don't have a list of things that I could go off on. But you know what? I don't want to sound crappy. I don't want to sound cranky. I don't want to sound ungrateful, because hey, we're here a day after a freaking meteor hit. If I haven't mentioned it, but we have 3 things. So the first is Brene Brown. I think I've mentioned her before, and I've definitely written about her and posted about her. But her new book, which is Strong Ground, is incredible. I'm about, I don't know, a third of the way through it, and it just continues to be that magic that she brings to every book and just a way to kind of put things in perspective, calm me down, help me focus, and really break down the things that are challenging us on a daily basis. One of the biggest things that's come out early is this idea of the paradox, and we're faced with a paradox every day. So if you've read the book, you know what that means. If not, it's definitely worth your time. But she also has a new podcast that came out with Adam Grant. She's starting to speak a little bit more. It's just it's so refreshing, and we're so just grateful to have her out on the speaking circuit and in the public eye again here as she has the new book and the new podcast. Second thing, we do have March Madness coming up. It's been a fun week. We've had a lot going on in sports, conference tournaments, and we're getting ready for the baseball season to start with spring training with the World Baseball Classic. And, I can't think of any of those things taking place without a good beer. And I rarely talk about beer, despite the fact that it's one of my favorite things. So I'm going to talk about one of my new favorite beers just for a second. I promise I won't be long. If you don't want to listen to beer or hear anything about it. But it's an IPA from the Dancing Gnome in Pittsburgh. It's called George Westinghouse. If you're looking for a good IPA, if you're looking for a really smooth IPA that, isn't going to, make, well, my wife turns her nose up at it. She doesn't want it. She said it smells like cat pee, and she doesn't want any part of it. But the IPA is a really tasty one, very classic, very smooth. Definitely worth your time checking it out. I had to pick it up in Pennsylvania. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen it in many places here in Northeast Ohio. But if you're around the area or if you're in Pittsburgh, cheers to you, because that's a damn good beer. But I wanted to make sure I was sharing that. I will be sure to have a few of those as we're watching March Madness here starting tomorrow. The third thing, I love the Cavs. I know I was on here ranting and raving about James Harden, and I guess I was wrong about that, but this isn't about James Harden. It's about Max Strus. I freaking love Max Strus. One of my favorite signings. I think he's such a great fit with the Cavs. He was back on Sunday, and despite the Cavs just playing god-awful, Max had a fantastic return. Apparently, we have to pay the NBA gods because we can't stay healthy all at once. So the day he was back, we had 4 people out, continue to have key players out, but One that is not out anymore and is back is Max. So very glad to have Max Drews back in the fold, even if my youngest daughter does not like his hair. Okay, so we're going to open up these or transition into these 7 things that are sucking our power here, and the number that's going to bring us to that. So today's episode's brought to us by the number 43, as in 43%, as in 43% of us doom scroll. And this number is all over the map. So it like how you get a repair person and they're like, yeah, we'll be there between 8 and 5. That was kind of where this number was. It was like 30 to 60% of people doom scroll. Well, that's not helping me at all. 30 to 50% of Gen Z, 40 to 70% of millennials. Again, nothing helping me there. The one number I could find that was consistent and universal was this 43% that doom scroll once a day. That number is cut in half of people that doom scroll more than once a day. I actually think both those numbers are higher. It is just something that is really kind of crushing us right now as we're on our phones. But it is important because it has a lot to do with the first thing that I think is kind of sucking our powers from us as communicators. So I'm going to run through these fairly quick, but I just wanted to make sure to kick off that first one because we could tie so many things to this, but the first one is our phone. And it's just how it is right now. But if we're not mindful of the fact that, yes, we can use it for good and bad, kind of robbing us of our energy, distracting us, taking us down a black hole, looking at memes, which are funny, I will admit, but also keeping us up late as we're on our phones. Mel Robbins just talked about this, but it's definitely something that can suck us dry. The second thing, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the phone and doom scrolling, is what we're actually doom scrolling is the news. And I say the news in I'll say it in air quotes kind of because I think where we're getting our news and what we qualify or count as news right now is a little bit of an issue. But you'll be damned to find, you get 10, 15, 20 minutes into any news broadcast, report, anything where you get to some good news. And in a world where everything is breaking news, it really rises, increases our stress level. And I don't mean that it's all breaking news. I mean, even when you watch regular news, it leads off with breaking news that may or may not be. But the news, it's kind of sucking us dry right now. The third thing that's kind of hurting us right now is, as communicators, is speed, because we're expected to move so fast. And when you get a text, when you get an email, when you get any type of message on Discord or Slack or Teams or anything, is how fast and how quick you want to respond to it. And we don't have a chance to actually think about what we're saying. This might be my number one. I'm very guilty of this. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to say, oops, sorry, I'm moving too fast. And I did say, oh, because I am from Ohio. But the reality is speed it's just killing us right now in terms of robbing us of our energy and our brain power in terms of how fast we think we have to get back to people. And if you ask yourself, what am I really saying meaningful to this person in just trying to get back so quick? I think you'd be surprised, or maybe not surprised, in the quality of what you're actually able to say or contribute back to that person or that conversation. The fourth thing, comments. You hear, don't read the comments, stay out of the comments. And we do it anyway. We still go in it and we still check it out anyway. And I'm like, God, why do I do this? And I'm not talking about comments like on The Athletic. I'm a subscriber to The Athletic. When you read any type of Cleveland news, the comments are fantastic because people are just so salty in Cleveland sports. And I am not immune to that. But I'm talking about comments in social media posts. I'm talking about comments that you overhear next to you when you're standing in line. I'm talking about comments in general about anything that's going on, and putting so much weight in those comments when in reality that's their opinion. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't let it affect you. Don't let it suck you dry. And but that's just really a big one right now. The fifth thing, look in a mirror. You will see it. It is you. It is me. It is ourselves. We are sucking our energy dry. Why? Because we're not putting time into ourselves. We're not making time for mindfulness or meditation or getting out and walking or anything really that is investing back in taking care of ourselves. We did such a great job of it coming out of COVID, but we're kind of in this spiral right now where the things that we're doing that are eating up and sucking our time are taking away from us. So just a reminder to not lose sight of that for you. The sixth thing, a little bit more technical, and one I could go on and on about, but it's lack of sleep. This is the guy that basically worked on 4 hours, lived on 4 hours of sleep for 8 hours. I'm sorry, 8 years. Wouldn't recommend it. And my advice to you, if you want to talk about sleep anytime or sleep deprivation, I'll be happy to talk to you about it. But if you get into these habits now and some of the things we've already mentioned around sleep or missing sleep or lack of sleep or not quality sleep, that one thing that you are doing, not getting enough of it, sleep, is going to cause 3, 4, 5, 6 other problems. So don't let that be something that's draining you. There's plenty and enough of it right now. The last thing, number 7, kind of goes to that in terms of self-care, but isolation. Look, we're communicators. We need to be around people. We need to be talking to people. And it's easy right now to hole up in your house or stay in for the weekend on the couch because the weather sucks. And trust me, it does. Or not staying out late or getting takeout or something to that effect. But not being around people, not being around friends, not finding habits or patterns to be connecting with people is a real way to leave yourself dry and leave yourself empty when it comes to wanting that energy you can get from other people. So those are the 7. Again, we'll run through them. Our phone, the news, speed, comments, ourselves, lack of sleep, and isolation are 7. Are there others? Yes, but those are the big 7. We're the communicators. We have to take care of ourselves. So takes us to our final point. Today's red pen. Obviously, I alluded to it earlier. Northeast Ohio, you're not getting the red pen, but we kind of get the red pen. It's not our fault. We're getting snow, tornado warnings, wind advisories, freaking meteors, snow again. It went from 70 to 0 in a 48-hour period. In that 48-hour period, we had a freaking meteor, if I haven't mentioned it once or twice already. And we're getting like Bigfoot sightings on top of it. And I'm sure there's all these other things that I could think about right now in Northeast Ohio, but that's enough. Those are enough. We've had enough. Let us have some type of break. Give us a break. It's Major League Baseball starting. We have the March Madness starting. Just let us off the hook. Go torment somebody else or somewhere else. We're done. We've had enough. So Northeast Ohio, I guess we're taking the red pen to everything. So thank you for listening. Thanks for all the time. I really appreciate the support and people that have been giving me feedback. So thanks a ton. I hope you enjoyed the episode.